guys, I am Jacqueline. I'm a corporate flight attendant. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about budgeting, which I know is not a very exciting or fun topic, but it is a very necessary topic, especially if you are a flight attendant. In the past, I've talked about how difficult it is to start making money when you start flying. I flew commercially before I went over to the corporate side that I'm currently doing now. But my first year as a commercial flight attendant, I think I only made $17,000 and change. That's not a lot of money. That's a very hard income for people to live off of. Granted, that was 6 years ago, and the hourly rate for a commercial flight attendant pretty much through all airlines has gone up since then, but you're still probably only gonna make like $24,000 your first year as a commercial flight attendant. And there are a bunch of difficulties that arise with that. You could be based in a state that you don't live in, so you could have your rent or your mortgage at your home base, and then at your flight attendant base, you could be paying for a crash pad or hotels. You pay for meals on the road on the commercial side. So there are a lot of unexpected expenses that come up, or I guess they are to be expected since it's a whole new position and a whole new destination. But I want to help you get on track. And so today I'm going to show you how I currently budget. I would like to put the disclaimer out there. I am not a financial advisor. I did only 1 year of accounting in college before I changed my major. But this is just practices that I've learned, like from reading Dave Ramsey, and I followed the Budget Mom, who I'll link below because I think she's so good. And I just kind of took bits and pieces from different things that I had read on the internet or books that I had read and kind of made it my own. So this is what works for me. I highly encourage you to do what works for you. Hopefully today you could take away some of my principles for budgeting. So let's just get into everything. First things first, a common theme that I have seen through all of my findings and my readings is if you cannot afford to pay for it with cash, you cannot afford it. So I'm gonna let you know now, I do cash budgeting, and I do this completely separate from my corporate flight attendant work. I don't count any of the expenses that I make for work into my budget because they are all reimbursed for me. So this is just all of my personal expenses I pay for in cash. And I'm gonna show you my general way of doing things, and then I'll show you how I did things this month. I'm on the road a lot this month, and I think I'm only gonna be home like 7 days. So I really cut my budget into like an eighth of what it normally would be. I don't know if that's the exact math, but I went pretty light on the number that I said that I would be spending this month, just because I'm not home this month, because work is gonna be paying for my food and all of that kind of stuff. Right now, I'm gonna show you how I generally do my budget. And this is a method that both of my sisters have gotten on, and actually I've gotten Johnny and a few friends to start doing this budget. So I'll walk you through the worksheet and I will explain everything. All right, so I drew up an example budget for you. This is how I did mine. This is how I did my mom's, both of my sisters, Johnny's, and my friends. But obviously, I'm not going to give you my financial situation, so this is what's going to work generally the best for all of you. So you're going to start off up top with your income. You'll put your first paycheck, your second paycheck, and any other income. So I know a lot of flight attendants who supplement their income from doing Uber, or maybe you nanny or do dog walking. Whatever your other income is, put it below there, and then you will add up your total monthly income. Next up, you are going to take your bills. Again, this is just an example, but you'll include everything that you pay for each month electronically or by check. So every month you're gonna pay your mortgage or your rent, any insurance costs, your phone, your cable and internet, if you do any streaming, and then if you have any credit card bills. So you'll total up what your total monthly bills are. The next step in this budget, you'll take your total monthly income, which for my example, I have $4,500, minus your total monthly bills, which I have $1,605, and that will leave you $2,895 left over for the month after your bills are paid. So this is the part that you're gonna budget. You're gonna budget on this $2,895 number. So that's going to be your cash budget. This is what you're going to use all of your cash for. So every month you pay for things like gas, groceries, restaurants. I'm a big coffee person. I'm also a big shopper. I have a category for entertainment, which could be like concert tickets and miscellaneous, just because I never want to short myself. If any of these are running short, I can take from my miscellaneous envelope. So every month I total these up, and I'm budgeting with $1,060 in cash each month. Now here's why I absolutely love the cash method. I take the $28.95 that I had to begin with, minus the budget that I set for myself of $1,060, and that leaves me with $1,835 every month just sitting in my account for not spending it. Or if you multiply that by 12, that is $22,020 every year that you have saved extra in your account without even trying. That's a huge number. And before I started doing this, like, I didn't spend every single dollar of my paycheck, but I would walk into Target for, say, cat litter or just toothpaste, one thing, and I'd walk out with a dress and a pair of shoes and extra makeup, and those little things definitely add up. So when I stuck to this cash budget of $1,060, just for example, I had this much left over every single year without even trying. That's a huge cushion. Okay, so now I want to talk about implementing this. If you are paid once a month, you certainly can just come up with your once a month number. You'll just have one paycheck, and then if you have any other income, you'll add that there, and you'll still have your total monthly income number. Now, I am a twice a month person, so that's why I'm showing you my example. So in theory, I have $1,060 a month in cash envelopes with 2 paychecks. So each paycheck, I will take out $530 and move that to my envelopes. This is how I organize mine. I got this at the dollar store. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. So I have, you can see my little tabs: gas and groceries, coffee and restaurants, shopping, pets, miscellaneous, and emergency funds. So then I have nice printed cash envelopes in there. So I take the $530 and I stuff them with half the amount. So my monthly amount for gas is $60. So my first paycheck, I'll put $30 in. My second paycheck, I'll put $30 in. Groceries, $100 each paycheck. Restaurants, $150 each paycheck. So hopefully that makes sense. You'll divide this number by 2 to take out of each paycheck, just because generally that is easier. I have a credit card and it provides me with pretty good points, so I will use that sometimes. So then I just gave myself a move to credit card envelope. I will fill this up with cash from any one of these envelopes if I happen to use my credit card to make a purchase. Then at the end of the month, I deposit this into my bank and I pay my credit card off with this cash, not with any of this leftover money. That is strictly for savings and it will not be touched in my account. In addition to that extra move to credit card envelope, I have these guys. You can see travel entertainment, travel lodging and transportation, and travel food. This way I can start planning for a cash vacation. And then I have things like car repair, Christmas, gift fund. I do also have an emergency fund. I have a savings account for emergencies, but I thought I could also put some cash aside since I am trying to live a cash life. So what I'll do, if I have extra money left over from my envelopes, I'll throw like $5 in there, $10 in car repair. It's getting nearer to Christmas, so I'm trying to stack that envelope and make it as thick as I can. Gift fund is like for birthdays, anniversaries, if someone gets married, that sort of thing. So I always try to move over my leftover money from each month, or each paycheck actually, into these envelopes. And I printed those envelopes off of the Budget Mom website. She's fantastic. I follow her on Instagram. I signed up for her newsletter. She's really the reason why I got into this cash lifestyle. It's definitely changed my life, kind of. I've always been really good with money. I worked in a bank for a lot of years, so I saw people who were going through bad situations, and I vowed never to become one of those people. But just seeing my little purchases, like I said, like going into Target and walking out with a dress and a pair of shoes and makeup, like, it's astonishing how that adds up to be a lot of money. I never had an extra $22,020 sitting in my bank account before doing this. And like I said, that's not my number, that's an example budget number, but I was never left over with that much extra money when the year was over from money that I just hadn't spent. So I've definitely seen an increase in my savings, and I hope that you guys will too. Here are the envelopes that I'm using for this month. I just have paycheck 1 and paycheck 2. I'm going to the bank 2 times this month and just loading these with cash. I'm not worrying about doing my separate envelopes because, like I said, I am not really home this month, and for me, it does not make sense to do that. I really think I'm only going to be home 7 days, and having that potential $1,060 to spend in cash envelopes is a little absurd for 7 days of being home. So this month, I significantly cut my budget. I'm giving myself $400 for the entire month. Again, I'm only home 7 days. That's more than enough money. It's about $50 a day. So I have $200 for my first paycheck, $200 for my second paycheck, and the rest of the money is staying in my account. Now, I'd like to point something out. Since I am traveling, and there are trackers in the back of the envelopes too, which is nice, so you could write down all of your expenses. But since I'm traveling, I didn't actually pull cash out. I've been using, if I can get it out, this index card. So I just wrote monthly budget paycheck number 1. My starting funds were $200. I spent $40 on gas the other day. It was $38 and change. I rounded up, no big deal. So that left me with $160. And then I went to Whole Foods for some personal groceries, and that left me with $123. So now I have 4 more days until my next paycheck. So you could see I'm really stretching that $200 out with being home only 7 days this month. So whatever I have left over from this, I'm going to fund my travel envelopes. I put them back in my organizer, but I'll just stick the extra money in my travel envelopes back there because vacation is fun and I would definitely like to take one soon. And then I'm gonna do the same method for paycheck number 2. I feel like I just dropped a ton of info on you guys, and it's a lot to handle. Like, budgeting is very intimidating getting it started, but once you get the flow and the rhythm and you're used to it, it's such a life changer. I really hope that you guys are gonna love it as much as I have and as much as the people who I've introduced it to have. So if you need any clarification, definitely let me know. I wanna make sure that you guys are understanding this and that it's gonna work for you and you'll find the benefits in it. So if you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, or concerns, post them down below for me. I did put a still in this video of my example budget. I will also post it on my Instagram for you. My Instagram is Jacqueline Travels. I try to keep that easy. Also, I'm linking the Budget Mom down below for you. I definitely recommend following her. She can just supplement this video with a ton of other information. She is a professional. So any kind of blanks that you may have gotten from this video, you'll definitely be able to fill in with her information. So again, you guys, any questions, comments, thoughts, or concerns, just post those down below. I'll definitely get back to you because I want to make sure that this works for you. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Hey, I just wanted to add a quick mention about an app that I use that is a money saving app. We all do grocery shopping, and this one is so simple. It's called Fetch. It's so Fetch. And you just scan a picture of your receipt. It's so easy to use. You don't have to select what store you're at. You don't have to select what items you bought. You just take a picture of your receipt. Fetch does all the searching for you and you get points that way. So I am going to link my referral code for you. Right now, the current promotion is if you sign up, you get 3,000 points and I get 3,000 points. That totals $3. So just for signing up, you automatically get $3. Like I said, we all grocery shop anyway, and you can also use it for gas purchases. Just a little extra bonus on this video, if you sign up for the Fetch app and you use my code, which is posted down below, then you get a nice little bonus. Thanks again, guys.